can't no one tell me what to do mentality is stupid. They think just because someone tells them they shouldn't do something, then that means that they definitely are supposed to. Whoa. Snitcher. That's a Brazil nut. Enjoy it. And these people with their cameras and their zoom buttons, they zoom in on personal information. Okay, imagine this. Let's see if I can get people to understand. Like making a post office out of a car. Hold on. All right. Okay, now, if you need to send a package to a certain person, you need to send it first to a certain post office, right? So they can make sure that package gets to that area. Because there's other people that'll have your address, okay? They'll have your same number, and they'll have your same street. They could even have your same city. But what state you're in, that matters, okay? And, you gotta have the zip code on there and all that shit. You gotta make sure it gets to the right country, to get to the right state, to get to the right county, to get to the right city, to get to the right street, to get to the right house. Okay? Now, if they're trying to, they could be in any parking lot, okay? Because these people, what, do you want to, okay. They go in all these different parking lots, okay? And they get the license plate numbers of all the cars in the parking lot, okay? And then they have them come back the next day, and they find out which cars are, if this one car is missing, how many cars, if this car is the same, and they find out who's driving these cars. Well, who's driving them really don't matter so much as the license plate and where the car is going, okay? If they pay attention to where the car is heading, if this car comes back only on Fridays, but it's going to a certain area, they got to make sure they come back on that Friday to get that car, because this car is going to go to this certain city that they need it to go to. Whereas these other cars are going to these other areas, and maybe this car just stays there. They need to know these things and which cars are coming back. And that way, if they need to make a distraction, they know which car to plant a bomb under, so that when that car goes home, the fireworks can happen and they can have their funny little distraction. But, it wouldn't be so funny in the long run. Of course, they would find it funny. And these people, they don't even realize that their content very much so can be used for this sort of thing. That's why it's terroristic behavior. Okay, and the way they zoom in on the computer screens that are inside the cop car, they should get a ticket for that. Or they should, not just a ticket, they should get fined. They should get some sort of jail time, some consequences, so that they know and they can't be doing that. I don't know if the audio's messed up, but you can't be doing that. Look, if they take out our post offices, they can take out our means of communicating, or ordering things that we may need if we can't drive out to go get them. We need to order it by mail. If they blow up our post office, they could put a stop to that. Okay? If they get our police stations, they take away our means of calling for help. If they take out our Walmarts and junk, our big stores, they take out our means to get, resupplied with the things our house needs. And if they take out our DMVs, that's, I guess, added bonus. I don't know. They take out our police stations and our courthouses and our jails and junk. All that, they could be thinking that's taking out power. Taking out the courthouses, taking out power in the system. Taking out the jail is taking out power and strength. Because, dumbasses could think that the jail's just full of stronger people. Which, it's totally not the case. They're not all fucking raging maniacs in there. A lot of people get locked up for the stupidest, dumbest crap. Hello there, Squirrel. I just think America needs to add another amendment. Sticking up for America ain't just about the land. He's a silly, silly squirrel. Is there another one behind you? Sticking up for America means sticking up for the people in America. We either need a new amendment that respects people's privacy, or we need an amendment that recognizes policy as law. Uh-oh. Almost lost your almond, huh? I just thought of what taking out our DMVs would do. And it'd take away our chances to identify ourselves. We need a new amendment, though, that recognizes policy as law. The shoes and shirt is already required. Why can't people seem to understand you can't record in here rule? The First Amendment does not say you have the right to record. Back when the amendments were wrote, cameras didn't even exist. So, when Amendment 1 was wrote, cameras did not exist. So, the right to record is not Amendment number 1. And if you say you're recording for a bad memory, how could you be saying you're recording it because you're press? None of them ever have a story to come out with. So, there's not a story there. There's not a story to be had. There should not be a story being made. Straight up. As much as they waste the cops' time with I want to make a complaint because someone touched me, and I want to say it's the same thing as getting punched. I want to cry assault because, someone touched me. How dare they touch me? Fucking whiners. Not only are their cameras invasive, but they themselves are like a damn invasion. And they say the eyes cannot trespass. Not everybody was born with photographic memory, What gives them the right to record everything they see so that they can study it later? It's such bullshit. I swear it's like these people don't know what aggressive is. They're aggressive. Their zoom button is aggressive. Look at this pen that melted. It melted. But it still works. I wonder if the cops realize how bad it looks on them to keep letting these people go. I mean, do they get a cut of something for skipping the cavity search? Yes, I don't see why anyone else would donate money to those auditors unless they're smuggling stuff in the jail. For a punishment to fit the crime, I think a good punishment for recording a cop's license plate, just for recording their plate. You know, I mean, these people will go and record the computer that's inside the cop car. I think just a plate alone should merit a broken camera. Yeah, if you record a cop's license plate, your camera should be broken. Yep. The government needs to rewrite our laws with wording that can't be played with. They keep trying to dig up their loopholes. One of these days, they're going to end up burying themselves. So look at this moment. This was where they were standing on a sidewalk, aiming at this little restaurant area where people are dining outside, and they're recording them eating. No mittens! Go away! So he just told them to continue eating. He said, just pretend I'm not here. What? The sign says you may not enter without wearing a mask, even if you are fully vaccinated. That's a good sign. Those signs should be everywhere. What? People are stupid. Dining somewhere outside does not mean you automatically want to be uploaded for a mukbang. Yeah, I know it's not against the law to have bad manners, but why would you want to have bad manners anyway? We brought in a bunch of people and brainwashed them to not follow our rules. Publicly accessible does not mean publicly owned. And working for public service does not mean you're the public's servant. Now these people are getting up to leave. No, none of these people here should have to pay for their food. They should all demand a refund, and they should all get it. And now they're packing up to leave. If I'm not allowed to smoke in the store, why can they record whenever, wherever? It's pure harassment. I ain't following him. He's going to follow him. What a loser. And you can hear the clicking of him taking pictures, too. And they can hear the clicking. You know how fucking weird that is? Ruin the business for the store. That's just, it's deplorable. See, they want him to stop. Now he's asking them to move out of the way so he could take a picture of the business. Boy, you know you're not there for the business. You're there to harass people. They're just trying to enjoy their day. They're trying. Look, this poor girl won't even turn around. It's a straight up invasion. You just know, you see a camera, you know your whole day is ruined. You don't have a right to privacy. Oh, but that camera, because it costed somebody money, I guess. It has a right to privacy over the people. That makes no sense. Make it make sense. I went over the clock. I have to cut the first minute off. I'm out this piece. It's been real. Anyone wants to catch any more of these squirrely feedings? Or if you happen to have any interest in what I might be bitching about, go ahead and click the subscribe button so you can stay tuned. We out this piece, right, Mittens? It's been real. Where are you, Squirrel? I saw you. Oh, Mittens. Hi. Now he's closer and right up in their face. He's telling them, no, please. Thank you. Go away. So he click, 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 takes more pictures. I can't with these people anymore. I just can't.